All right, guys, we're out here. It's super hot. It's sunny. We got a 2013 Audi Q7. The client says that the brake pedal started to get hard and now it's rock hard. So we got to get it figured out. Let's get into it. First test that I always like to do on, and this is good for most vehicles. If you've got a brake pedal, you want to see, so most vehicles are going to have one of two systems on it. After you got some electronic systems and stuff in there now. But if you've got a brake booster, a regular vacuum brake booster, you're going to want to pump the pedal up to relieve all the vacuum out of the booster itself, right? And you should get a high, hard pedal. Now this one I can already tell you, it's up there. I didn't have to pump that at all. That thing was up there already. And then what you're going to do is you're going to hold the pedal when you start the engine. And you start the engine, we should create some vacuum, should pull the pedal down a little bit, you know, maybe about that much. We see that one didn't do anything. Let me do that again. Just to be sure I didn't miss it while I was talking. Not doing anything. If you've got a Hydro Boost system, which a lot of trucks and stuff have, you pump it up, it'll get hard, and then when you start it up, it'll push back against you. So I don't know what this one's actually got. I'm assuming because of the vehicle, it's probably got a vacuum pump, not using engine vacuum, I would think. All right. All right, so we've got a booster, regular vacuum booster in here. So, yeah, and there's our vacuum pump. So we might have a combination of vacuum pump, engine, manifold, vacuum, whatever, but we should have vacuum up here. We're gonna have to get this stuff out of the way. We're gonna have to gain access to it. Right off the bat, just things that I see when I open hoods and look. Look at here. We've got the jump start post cover off. We've got missing a cap here. And these are things that just I get in my, you know, has somebody been in here doing stuff, right? Well, let's go ahead and get this thing in the bay. Got it in. I think I'm just sitting here looking at it, and the booster is not the easiest thing in the world to get to. I'm thinking that possibly this cover right here comes off, and I probably have easy access to it, but I really don't want to pull those clips off. I don't have to. So what do we have to make it work? We got to have vacuum to it. We got the vacuum pump here. And I've got an easy access line right there, I think anyway, that I should be able to just get into here and see if I've got vacuum. See if this pump is actually, you know, producing vacuum. So let's do that first. Z, where'd you come out of? I was just chilling back there. All right, let's just go ahead. There we go. Beautiful. All right. Let's see what we got for vacuum. No vacuum. Okay. What I'm going to do is I want to see if I want to take everything else out of the loop. And I want to just have the vacuum pump and just see if it's going to do any vacuum. If it doesn't have any vacuum here, then I'm going to attempt something, but I don't know that I'm going to be able to do it. I'm going to take it off here though. So let me go ahead and get something to do that with. All right. So what I'm going to do, the reason I'm doing this is if this pump, maybe something on here, I got a broken line, something, that's letting this thing just not hold any vacuum, or, it's just wide open. And maybe that's why we get that. So this was going to take everything out of the loop. And it's just easy to do. It's just, if this was super difficult, then I'd probably go a different route. But it's one of the reasons why I went here rather than going to the booster. I'm just going to take the path of least resistance first. And it's just, sometimes we get lucky and we find it pretty quickly. And sometimes we're like, well, it wasn't that, but, we eliminated that, right? All right. So now I'm going to got to get something to go in that. This will do it, I think. Yeah, it's too big. No, I think it'll be all right. I could put a hose on there if I needed to, but I'm gonna let Sherwood go start it up, and I'll hold this on the vacuum right here and hold it on there. Oh yeah. Okay. There's good vacuum. Then that's me taking the hose off of it. So that pump is able to produce vacuum. So there's a perfect example of why we do what we do there, because now we know that this pump is not bad, right? If we just said, oh yeah, it doesn't produce any vacuum, bad pump. That's not the case. So now we've got to go a little deeper. So what I'm going to do now, I've got this off, is I'm going to get a smoke machine. I'm going to put smoke in here. And we're going to see where the smoke's going. It's just like smoking it would just be like smoking an engine, right? We're just going to smoke the vacuum, supply on this, and it should take us through and we should find it. Real quick, we're done with the video. We've fixed the vehicle. I want you to do me a favor right now, because this one is about to take a turn. Leave a comment down below and let us know what you think it is. I will almost guarantee you that no one is going to get this right. While you're down there leaving a comment, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, that bell notification, and go ahead and give us a like. Back to the video. Got the smoke machine connected. I will tell you one thing. We've had this smoke machine for quite a while. We've got one here, one in St. Mary's. It's something that's very common. If you have one of these and you run into this, it will turn it on. We'll just, it's designed to hook up to a battery. So we've got it on the car, on the electrical system of the car. And we've even had it on brand new batteries sitting on the ground. I mean, no matter what we do, we'll start the process. It'll start pumping, and then it'll say battery low. It'll just kick us out. So what we've had to do is put a charger. We've done booster packs, all kinds of stuff. But if you ever run into that, and you need to use it, just go ahead and get a charger on it. It usually will help. Sometimes we've got to fight with that too. But we got it hooked in. So here's our smoke going into our vacuum line, coming off the vacuum pump. We go ahead and hit start. Got our air hose hooked. And for those that don't know, we'll go ahead and show. It's going to start putting out smoke. You see that? And it's just going to introduce that smoke into everywhere that vacuum would go. And hopefully we're going to see something pretty quick and easy, that the smoke will just start coming out. And we can see it's flowing full right now. So what that means is it's got full flow. If we've got, let's say that I put it, well, I'll give you an example. If I plug it off, it comes down pretty quickly to almost zero flow, right? Because I'm holding it. So theoretically, once that smoke fills up the system, depending on the system, this should start dropping, slowly dropping down. It's a way that you can measure, like if you're using this on an evap system, you could kind of measure the leak, even though it's not accurate like that. But we can see there's smoke billowing from underneath that cowling. So the thing that we didn't want to have to pull off, I'm going to turn this off. The thing we didn't want to pull off, we're going to be pulling off. Got the wipers off so we could get access under here. They're not fun to get off, so now we got to get it off of the windshield. Just be careful when you're doing this stuff. I mean, not crazy hard, but sometimes they get stuck. This one was stuck a little bit. Take that. Got it? All right, now we can kind of see what we're dealing with. When we ran the bore scope down in here, I looked at this, didn't see anything, but it looked like some smoke was coming from down this way. So let's go ahead and turn the smoke back on. You want to hit that button, Sherwood? Bottom one. There you go. Didn't get yourself turning it on camera? He pushed a button, guys. He pushed it. Okay, definitely something from down here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to get a stool or something here. There's something right there. Hit that button one more time, Short. It's gonna turn it on low flow. Could just be blowing up. Well, there's a... It looks like we got some kindling down here. We're starting to fire because of all the smoke down there. We definitely have got a nest down here. Want to go over and take a look at that. See it?
Yeah.
All right. Still cannot see.
Could they not?
Huh?
Something that's down there, I have to shoot a hose.
Yeah, but I see some from down there, but I also see it from here. So that's the... Uh-oh, look at here. This is just laying in there. Broken. So this is definitely... We aren't the first people in here. It's just really tough to see everything now. Okay, well, I got the tube most of the way. Got the wiper transmission out, and it's a bunch of T30 bolts along there. I took a couple out that I didn't need to right here. These don't need to come out. These don't need to come out. So I put those back in. I got to put those back in. But the reason is there's two hidden ones here that come from the outside the cowling. When you're pulling one of these out, you have to be very, very careful. If you just touch that glass, it could crack that glass. So you want to be, anytime you're working around glass like that, the edges are real touchy. You gotta be real careful. Let's go ahead and put the smoke. Uh-oh. Turned off. Oh, it just turned off. That's all. No, it should be. There we go. All right, it's smoking away. Let's see if we can't find it. All right. At least we can see something now. Whether or not we find it immediately, I don't know, but we'll see something. I see smoke right there. It is coming from over here. It is coming from where that nest is. 100%.
Oh, wow.
It's like a daggone, it's literally like kindling over there. Okay, so, woo. Yeah, pull that.
I got them on. I've been extracting.
Yeah, that smoke in here, you don't realize it. It's quite the smell. This is one of those situations where most of the time you're dealing with a car, you're dealing with stuff that is somewhat designed to be taken apart if something fails. Like the wiper assembly, wasn't crazy hard to do, just got to be real careful with it. But when you're dealing with what I am going to right now prematurely call, I don't know yet, as probably rodent damage just from the nest. Sometimes getting to that stuff, I mean, engineers can't design disassembly for that. So we're gonna have to get module out of the way. The ABS stuff is under that, but we'll get this out of the way. Hopefully we can get this out of there. No idea what that's gonna take.
We just don't get brake boosters or vacuum pumps here.
Yeah, how do we not just get like the, it's just a booster bad, or just a vacuum pump bad. That would have been,
Can we just get a normal thing?
We don't ever get something just normal. It's
Okay,
always,
they're gonna go back
and
to the videos and find normal stuff.
they probably will. They probably will. So, I mean, it's not like we always, it's not,
feels
it
like
feels like a lot of cars come in with this kind of stuff. All right, well, we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. You're not going to believe what we got. We got this box out of the way. We had to pull this out of the way. It took some doing, but we got it all out of there. And look, we got the nest, but hold on. Just keep watching that nest right there. And you see movement? You see the movement in the camera there? I don't know if you can, but there is a live animal in the nest. Right there, you see the movement. You can definitely see that. Can't see what it is. I'm assuming it's a little tiny mouse.
It's not making any noise.
It's squeaking a little bit. There he is. So we're going to do everything we can right now to get him out of there without hurting him. I got some gloves on here. I'm gonna get a different light. You know what?
Something that you can magnet, like not have to hold at the same time.
No, there's no metal in this car.
What's your plan after you get him out?
I don't know what my plan is after I don't have a plan after I get him out. We need something to put him in. That'd be a good plan. Oh, he's squeaking. There he is. Oh, it's a little. Oh. It's a little. No, it's a little baby mouse or something.
Well, he's fine.
That means that the mother was somewhere. Oh, yeah, I see the. So I found the problem while we're doing this. I hate to see something get like that. Yeah, I don't think that's going to make it. I don't think he's going to make it. Make sure there's nothing else in here.
There's 2 of them, though.
There's 2 of them in there?
Yeah.
Might be more in here then.
Why do you think they're not going to make it? They look fine. We'll be back.
Come back in and you'll see the
Okay.
bad spot anyway. There's the
Yeah.
bad spot's right
Yeah.
there. We see that one little guy's right there. He's not doing real good, but he's trying. There's one over here that this little guy, he got some gumption. He's been walking around in here trying to figure out what's going on. We're gonna leave him covered up. We have no idea what to do here. I mean, I'm sure everybody knows we found a cat. We found Mercedes in the car and took care of Mercedes, and Mercedes is now our cat at the house. But we don't have any clue what to do here. This is way beyond our expertise. So we have called our local vet right here that helped take care of Mercedes, and they are calling a refuge place of some type, some kind of rescue place. We've also called a rescue place that's a little bit of ways from us that we could get them to if we needed to, and we had to leave a voicemail for them. So we're in limbo here. Obviously, we don't want the things just to die. We're going to do everything we possibly can. We see the problem with the car. It does have a massive, so these little guys did not cause this damage. Mama caused the damage, but you can see the big.
They see it.
You see it?
You already showed them.
Oh, I did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry.
But in case they want it zoomed in.
Yeah, there it is. So we know those little guys didn't do that. That is
Most likely mom left while they were...
Probably mom left to go get food or whatever. The car drove out, and now here they are. So
It's not good for them.
Not good for them. We're going to do everything we possibly can for them and get them hopefully some help. We looked up a video when there was like somebody with some type of a formula trying to feed them with an eyedropper and all that. I mean, every 2 hours, and yeah, hopefully we can find somebody that knows what to do there and has the time to do that. And we didn't mention what kind of formula or anything, so we don't know what to do. The hose repair, to try to replace that hose, is going to be quite difficult. It's going to go all the way over. All right, it comes out here, and comes up into this here. Right, so I don't know if it connects right here or just keeps going. I think what we can do here, it's a vacuum line. I think what we can do here, and we're gonna see if we can. I can cut that line, cut that section out, and put in put in like a hose, a rubber hose, and put some clamps on it, maybe some sealer on the inside of the hose, and get it on there where it'll seal up real good. I think we could do that. I'm gonna get it off of here, see how hard the plastic is. A lot of times when these tubes do this, it's not from an animal, it's from just corrosion, or not from corrosion, but just from deterioration, and they're just powdery and they just break more. Every time you touch them, they just break. This case, obviously, it was damage from an animal, so I think we could cut it and probably be okay. We're going to do what we can. We're going to do the best we can for the client and hopefully save them some money, because I'm sure that line is not inexpensive and certainly going to take quite a bit more time to replace it. So we're going to see if we can't save them some money. We'll come back and we'll show you what we got. We have the solution. We have a wildlife rehabilitator here. She's going to pick them up. She's already got them in a little warm, little fluffy here, and they are rats. So she's going to take them and take care of them, and so they're going to be taken care of. The car is going to be taken care of. We're all good. So we're going to keep moving on the car. I think I have a solution for that. So I've got Tori ordering me something, and we're going to come back and show you how we fix it. Here's what I've got. Went and got some air tubing, so air brake tubing, 1/2 inch, cut the old piece out and measured it out. It's 1/2 inch tubing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to straighten that cut up first. And then get me a little there. All right. Now, how am I going to connect it? And initially I went through a bunch of stuff. See, we've got this the Dorman fuel line repair kit. It goes up to 3/8. I didn't have anything bigger in there. I was thinking about getting some barbed fittings and, heating it up and just swedging the barb fittings inside. But found these things. So these are just quick connects. And they're going to not leak. They're for fuel line, so they're not going to leak. And you know what? Now that I'm looking at it, I probably should have cut it back further, 100%. This is smooth.
And everything else here.
Oh, I vacuumed it all out. Yeah, I cleaned it all out, all the debris down here. But I clearly need to go back further. That's too rough. That's okay, though. I got plenty of tubing. I will reevaluate my choice of length. I'm going to go ahead and leave that like that for the time being, because these are going to take up some room here. Let's get an idea of what we need. Get this down in there. I'll tell you what, I'd love to have gotten the hood off of this thing. That would have made life just easier.
The big thing here is that the client, if we had got this host malady, who knows how expensive it would have been. It would have been more labor intensive.
Way more labor intensive.
And how long it would have taken to even be able to get it. So
yeah,
doing this is going to save not only them time and rental car expenses, but it's also going to save them a lot of money.
Yeah. And I'll tell you something else that we've used in the past for on a lot of these vehicles, the tubing that goes for the vent systems gets messed up and breaks and stuff. Some things that we have done in the past when you just couldn't get them anymore because they're just not produced anymore. We've used the marine style heat shrink that's got the goo inside of it, and you just cut it, put it over it, and then you heat shrink it, and it seals it up, and it works perfectly. In a pinch, you got to do what you got to do. All right, there it is. I know some people are going to be like, oh my gosh.
No, I think they like it.
I think it's a perfectly good repair. We're going to, I'm going to get these ground wires put back on. I got to put this back in place. Don't want it, actually, you know what? Got to use the brain sometimes. It's a brain pain, coach. Put this down here. We're going to put the smoke back in there. And let's, it's still hooked up. We'll put smoke in it and we'll see. We'll see if it holds it. Smoke is coming out. I'm putting it in again. It was already in there, but it literally went to 0. Look how fast it dropped. 0. Did you catch that? So that is no leaks, right? That thing is not going to go to 0 if it has leaks in it. Come in here, let's look.
Yeah.
We can see no smoke.
I mean, it's 0. So
If I stick the laser in there, no smoke. You'd see the smoke in the laser. So, absolutely perfect repair. No issues whatsoever. Now I got the fun part, getting everything back together. I mean, for such a simple little spot, but you got to do what you got to do to get to it. So
we saved her a lot of money.
We saved these people. I'm thinking we're saving them a lot of money because
to
put that hose in is going to require. I mean, it goes.
I think we showed them actually.
Under, yeah. There's a lot involved in that. So it actually feeds underneath the AC expansion block right here, which means that we probably are going to have to take the refrigerant out and all kind of stuff. So it's just save somebody it's a lot of money doing that in labor.
We'll get it back together and then.
Yeah, we're going to get it back together. We will start it and verify that the brakes are going to work perfectly. We'll show you guys when we come back. Got everything back together in the cowling area. That was quite fun. You know that these don't like to go back together super easy. Got the wipers readjusted. Had to shut the hood and open the hood about 6 times. You know, the wipers won't work without the hood closed. So to get them in the right perfect position, had to do that a few times. Got new clamps. Going to go ahead and get that on here and get that fixed up so that it's done. All right, good to go there. We've got, went ahead and put a cap on the AC. Got everything closed up. We did get that piece that was loose under here clipped back into place. It's all good there. Let me put these away. This place is a disaster area. Yeah, I might have to come in and clean it up before I go. All right, let's start it up. I've not felt the brakes, so this is the moment of truth.
It's got a noise.
Engine made a little noise, but look at there.
Did that the first time you started it too.
We got
That's good.
good pedal. Now let's do the test on it so I can show you guys what the right test is for a brake booster. So remember before, hard as a rock right there. I'm holding down on it, starting it up, and see it dropping. That's the way a brake booster should work. That's the right way to test it out. All right, guys. Went into this one thinking, probably a cut and dry, brake vacuum pump, maybe a booster bad, and obviously not that at all. That's okay. Turned out, honestly, a little bit better for the client. That's going to be a little less expensive, definitely way less expensive than a booster would have been. Probably a little less even than the vacuum pump would have been. Hope you guys enjoyed that. That was definitely an interesting one for us. If you did, you know what to do. Thumbs up, subscribe button, bell notification, leave a comment, share the video, try to get them out there. We appreciate you watching. We'll see you in the next one.